Hi guys, my name's Katie, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I filmed a video and that's due to a few different things that have been going on in my life, some good, some quite bad. But I'm back now, hopefully more regularly. I'm hoping to improve my content this year, as I know I kind of started like halfway through the year. Well, more or less. So I'm hoping to improve my content and upload more frequently. Any video ideas you have, any recommendations you would like to see, please do let me know. I need some more ideas. I have a few things in the pipeline, but like I said, starting afresh this year, hoping to improve my content, have a more frequent upload schedule, interact more with people, build my channel, because this is what I love to do. I've had a bit of a lapse in confidence, anxiety flare-ups, all that kind of thing. My health hasn't been brilliant, but hopefully I'm getting back to it and I will be uploading regularly because I love doing this. I've missed doing this. So, this video is a very belated Christmas book haul. These are some that I've bought for myself with vouchers I received, or some that books were just bought for me. So, I will get into them now. So the first one I have is Bear Town by Richard Bachman. I read A Man Called Ove in September of 2018 and it's one of my all-time favourite books now. Touched me in so many ways. Loved it, it made me laugh, it made me cry in equal measure. So I've heard nothing but good things about Bear Town. All I know is it's a town, obviously, called Bear Town, who deal with a rape very badly. So I'm looking forward to reading this. This is probably going to be sad as well, probably going to make me think quite a bit, make me cry. But I can't wait to read this one. I've got a few of his books now, so excited to read this one. And the next one is a sequel. I bought the first one for myself last year and Lee bought me the sequel, which is Thunderhead, the sequel to Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I don't know anything about this because I'm yet to read Scythe, but all I know is it's basically a utopia where there's no death, no disease, no illness or anything like that, and people are trained as scythes. Basically they're like Death, who have to cull the population and kill people to keep the population at a steady rate and at a easy rate, so not overpopulated. And nothing but good things about Scythe. Hoping to read it this month. I've already read quite a few books this month, but I'm hoping to read it this month. I can't wait to see what I think. If anybody has read Scythe, which I know many people have, please do let me know what you think. Although I know it's probably going to be nothing but good things, like I said. Excited to read this. Well, Scythe to begin with, obviously. And the next one is the first one in a set of books, and that's How to Train Your Dragon by Cressida Cowell. There are 10 books in this book series and Lee bought it me for Christmas. I kind of guessed what he got me. He did ask me to pick a few, but I knew it was this. When he handed me this, and I knew it was like a big box set, I knew it was going to be these, as he knows I love the movies so much and I've wanted these books for absolutely ages. So, fairly short book. Like I said, there's 10 and obviously get a bit bigger in size as the series goes on. Yet to read this, but I can't wait. Obviously they're children's books and there's sort of like illustrations in there, so there's just wonderful. It's funny, the illustrations that go along with the story, so I can't wait to read these ones. And I've seen this one. I blame BookTube for this one. Well, I say blame. Blame is like a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing in this case. It's in this one going around BookTube, so I had to get it because I was intrigued. And it is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I know there was another alternate cover, I think it's the American version, which is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. But even so, I'm intrigued to read this one. I know it's like a thriller mystery kind of thing, and I've kind of been in the mood for them recently. So again, like everybody always says on these channels, I'm hoping to get to this one soon and read it soon because it does sound really, really interesting. Again, I know the massive, huge magnitude of people that have read this and have loved this, so I'm confident I'm going to like it. Hopefully. Like, as always, nobody hopes to go into a book expecting not to like it kind of thing. You never go into a book wanting to dislike it, do you? So hopefully I like that one too. And again, a couple of my favourite booktubers that I watch, I trust their judgments, especially Emily from Books and Emily Fox. I've bought a lot of books based on her recommendations and her videos, and the ones that I've read so far I've absolutely loved. And this has been suggested by a few that I watch, and it's The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I don't really know much about this other than the fact that it's fantasy, and obviously there's magic involved. I'm not always the biggest fan of fantasy. I don't know what it is about this. This book kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of called to me. So again, this is one that Lee got me for Christmas. And I'll be reading this again, hopefully soon. As you can see behind me, this is a bookshelf just at Lee's house, by the way. I'm at Lee's house. I have two of these shelves at my house, the bigger, wider, like deeper bookshelves that are full. This is full now. I've only had this since what, maybe like November, and it's full. So I'm hoping to read a lot of the ones that you see on the shelf behind me. And then all of these. Just depends what mood I'm in. I'm a mood reader, but yeah, I can't wait to read this one, some fantasy, if I'm in the mood for some fantasy. It's a fairly big book, and the text is quite small, so when I feel I've got a bit more concentration, a bit more patience, I'll give this a read and see what I think. Next one is a sequel. I'm currently reading the first book of this. I've just started the first book today, actually, and that's Wonder Smith by Jessica Townsend, which is the sequel to Nevermore. I've literally just started Nevermore. I'm about 55 pages in and I absolutely love it. I've waited ages to read Nevermore. Got through some books I've been planning to read for a while, got all them sorted, read my group reads for this month already, even though it's like only the 13th, 14th of December, January. So I'm reading Nevermore now, and I've got a feeling as soon as I finish Nevermore I will read this. I've used to be able to binge read series without stopping, like even Mortal Instruments, like 6 books, and then the Infernal Devices. I read all of them without stopping. Just lately, the last few years, I haven't been able to do that. I'll read one, like the first in the series, I read a few more books, then read the next one, but I know I'm probably going to read this one as soon as I finish Nevermore, because Nevermore, already, I can just tell I'm going to love this book. It's going to give me a bit of a book hangover. Can't wait to read the rest of Nevermore. I'm so excited for it. It's like an anticipated read of mine. This one came in my book subscription box, and I didn't expect to like it quite as much as I did, but nevertheless I did really like this book. And it's, what is it called again? My mind has just gone. Christmas Cakes and Mistletoe Nights by Carol Matthews. I didn't know when I got my subscription box and opened it, and there was like tea and stuff and chocolate and other Christmas treats, which was lovely. I read this one, absolutely loved it. I didn't know it was technically the second book in the series, but it doesn't read like a second book at all. I thought it was a standalone book until I found out this obviously was a sequel. So I ordered the first one, which is called The Cake Shop in the Garden. I read that one after this one, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, well, obviously the same characters, but it doesn't read like a sequel. Really good. I recommend this for Christmas time. It was lovely. I started it at Christmas and it took me about 4 days to finish it. Loved it. Gave me a bit of a book hangover. But I've started off the year strong with my reading. But I recommend this one if you're looking for like cute, sweet, contemporary Christmas read. It was really good, actually. I've read a few Carol Matthews books when I was younger, and I always do enjoy it, right? So I don't know, I'm surprised that I like that one. And I ordered this one. I ordered this one with the next couple that I'm going to talk about, with a Waterstones gift voucher. I didn't realise it was this edition. I'm not disappointed at all. I thought it was just a standard small paperback edition, but it's not. It's a Magic Finger by Roald Dahl, and it's the larger illustrated edition. I mean, no, they're all illustrated, but it's colour. So it's got coloured illustrations in it. Like I said, not disappointed at all, because it's Roald Dahl and I love Roald Dahl. It's tiny. Again, a lot of Roald Dahl's books are small, but yeah, this one's tiny. I'm going to be reading this soon. If I'm in a slump, which I'm not yet, so I don't want to jinx it. If I do get into a bit of a slump, I'll read this. They're perfect for that. They kind of get you back into the swing of books, kind of like graphic novels, like a shorter, more condensed story. Gets you more in the mood for reading. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. I was out at Asda with Lee last week, and he spotted this one purely because of the cover, and you'll see why in a second. And it's called Will You Love Me? The Rescue Dog That Rescued Me by Barbie Keel, and it's a true story about a lady who works in like an animal shelter, helps dogs, and she comes across this dog who she names Bailey, who in all the years of doing her work has never seen a dog in such a horrible, upsetting state. I read the back, and I was stood there and I was crying, just reading the back. I know this book is going to break my heart, I know it is, but I feel it's a story that I need to read. I feel that's what I need to read. I've had a look on Amazon and she's got a couple more books, so I'll read this one and see how I feel. And if I'm in a emotional state and I need to cry, I will read this. But look at that dog's face. How sweet is that dog? Yeah, Lee spotted this one and I bought it straight away. So I must hate myself because I know I'm going to cry. But I'm still looking forward to reading it in a weird kind of way. And I saw the film advertised for this last year. And obviously being a reader, saw the film, thought I'll have to get the book first, read the book, then watch the movie to compare, even though I know I shouldn't, but I do. And that is Mortal Engines by Philip Reeve. I wouldn't know what category it's in. It's kind of like a sci-fi dystopian kind of book, I think. Basically cities are alive and move on their own, which sounds really good. If you've seen the trailer for the movie, you'll know what I mean. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know too much about it apart from a little bit of the movie trailer I've seen. I haven't read the back. I want to go into it blind, I don't really know much. I know there's probably 4 books in this series. So again, looking forward to reading this, and I'll be watching the movie because the movie looked awesome, so gotta read the book first. It's protocol. It's protocol I have to stick to. And the last book is a sequel in a series that I started last year and really loved. This is the 3rd book. I read the 1st book. I haven't read the 2nd one yet, but I'll read the 2nd one soon. And it's Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco. I read Stalking Jack the Ripper last year and I really loved the book. Again, enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Obviously, you kind of know, with it being about Jack the Ripper, it's kind of maybe going to have like murder and be gory and stuff. It's much more gory and much more descriptive than I expected. It kind of made me feel a bit sick sometimes, but that just added to the suspense of the book and the appeal of the book. If that makes me sound morbid, then but yeah, I really did enjoy Stalking Jack the Ripper. I want to read, what's the next one? Haunting Prince Dracula, which is down here on my bookshelf. I did try reading it a few weeks ago, but I got the 1st chapter and I wasn't really in the mood, so I put it back and I'll start it again soon. But yeah, absolutely love these covers as well. Lovely covers. Highly recommend this series if you like. It's historical fiction, really. It's historical fiction, kind of like retold. I don't normally like historical fiction, but I really enjoyed it, so I do highly recommend the series if you haven't already read it. I know a lot of people have, but if you haven't, then I do highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm glad to be back, glad to be doing some filming, glad to be feeling better on myself. Like I said, if you have any video recommendations or any ideas, please do let me know, because like I said, I have a few ideas lined up before the new year. I want to do some different things on my channel, some different content, but I'm open to suggestions. If you did like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, because hopefully there's some good ones coming up in the new year. And thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon, hopefully, with another video. Bye!